What's going on YouTube, and welcome to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, in this video I'm going to give you guys a small review on the FH-1 Hunter. So this helicopter is actually in discount this week, and I just wanted to make a small review about it. I'm also going to show you guys what things you can actually customize on this helicopter, so you guys will also know what to get on it and what not. So first thing, of course, you need to buy it, and if you want to buy it you also need a hangar to store it in. The hangars are in discount this week as well, by the way, but you can buy it on the Warstock site. You have a trade price and you have a regular price. I actually didn't manage to unlock the trade price this week. You actually have to do 44 source missions with the hangar for it, and I actually don't use the hangar that much, so I actually ended up paying 600k more. I could have bought it in the beginning of the week, but yeah, I just wanted to unlock it, but I didn't have the time, so I just paid more. I would recommend that you guys actually go for the trade price, because in a normal week you save up to 1.2 mil with that. So when you customize it, armor max, countermeasures, flares, engine max, of course, handling, race handling always, this is the best in my opinion. The livery you can choose, of course. It has quite a nice livery with like the eyes and the little shark teeth. You can also add a little bit of army camo to it. I think it looks better without the army camo because it looks cleaner, so I just did the eyes and the teeth, and then I just picked another color. You guys can choose it, of course. You can also just first do the color and then pick the livery. So if you already have a color in mind, just do the color first and then the livery, so you actually know how it will look with the livery. And yeah, you can also customize it afterwards because the colors aren't that expensive. The liveries are a little bit expensive though. So yeah, maybe just first pick the color, then the livery. I don't know. You guys can figure it out. I just did clean green with the army teeth and the eye. And then I looked at the liveries back, but I thought it looked better with just the green. The last thing that you can customize is the weapons. So with the weapons, you have the bombs, and with the bombs I recommend cluster bombs because then you can drop a lot. And with the turrets, you have the explosive turrets. This I only recommend when you are planning to actually use the helicopter when you have friends, because if you don't have friends, you cannot use these turrets because only the co-pilot can actually use the explosive turrets. So if you're planning to use this helicopter solo, I wouldn't get that because you're not going to use these weapons. You're saving 300k by actually not getting it. You're not going to use it anyway, so just don't get it. I got it, but I know that I'm actually not going to use it as well. So for the bombs, just open the bomb bay by pressing or holding right on D-pad. So holding right on D-pad and then just holding X on PlayStation to drop the bombs. You can find the instructions top left as well if you're on a different console. Then close the base again so you can use the homing missiles again, and then with the barrage missiles you just fire a lot. I think 8 missiles at the same time. If you want to switch back to normal homing missiles, just press square on PlayStation and then you can just fire the homing missiles one by one. Of course, just the regular button that you would use on your console if you're trying to switch weapons in a vehicle. So the firing rate for the normal missiles is actually very high. This is also a very good plus on this helicopter, so this is also of course very important. For the flares, if you want to fire them, like always, just press right on D-pad, so not holding it, just pressing it, tapping it, and then you will fire the flares. If you want to get the chaffs, that's also an option. You can fire them the same way, but with the chaffs you can also only use it while someone is locking on you. So with the flares you can use it after they actually fired the missile. With the chaffs you will have to use it while they are still locking on you. So that's the reason why I actually prefer flares, because you don't need a fast reaction and you can also use it at the last moment, kind of. So one thing that I don't really like about this helicopter, guys, it's the size of it. It's actually a little bit too big in my opinion. The tail on it, or however you call it, is actually quite long, and it actually makes it harder to land with this helicopter. Over here I tested it on a regular helicopter pad, and you guys will notice that this helicopter is a lot bigger than a regular helicopter that you have in the game, for example like the Buzzard or just the standard helicopters that you have in GTA 5 online. But as you guys can see, it's pretty hard to actually fit this helicopter on a regular helicopter pad. So this is a big downside, of course, because if you're trying to use it in the city, you will need a lot of space to actually land this helicopter safely without destroying it. So this is a downside. Also, the handling is a little bit weird. I think this is because of the tail as well. But for the rest, the weapons are great. As I said, don't get the turrets if you're going to use it solo, but for the rest it's actually great. So just the landing is a little bit annoying, and also the handling can be annoying. It's pretty fast though, so that's not a problem. Then the homing missile test, that's 1, 2 still on the map, third one, and it's gone. So I think after 1 you can still fly regularly. After 2, after a while, it will actually go down, and 3 will just explode the helicopter. So 1 missile it can take, I think. The second one it can also take, but you will go down after flying for a while, and the third one you're just done. But of course, don't worry about it, you still have flares, so if you have a good reaction with the flares as well, you might not even need to know how much missiles it can actually take. If you want to call it in the city, by the way, it will spawn on helicopter pads. So for example, you have the hospital in the center of the city. It will also spawn on the beach. It will also spawn in the sewers. Just the same as with planes, but just you have a couple of extra locations. So I don't know what exactly, but you also have like this helicopter pad near LSIA. There it will also spawn. So it has a couple more spawn locations than the planes, but it won't spawn in front of you on the streets. Like for example, when you have a SecuroServe Buzzard, that will actually spawn just right in front of you, but with this helicopter it won't. Also with other custom helicopters it won't. So guys, that's pretty much it. As I said, landing is a little bit hard, but for the rest the weapons are great, and also the handling is decent. Not the greatest, but decent. So it's actually a good helicopter. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace out, you guys.